we're going back to Chicago. I'm going with my grandmother. Hi. And my aunt is driving us there. So I decided to make a video since my grandmother and I decided to fly back during these times of the pandemic. We decided to leave the 4th of July due to the circumstances. As we were told, we had to leave before Monday if we didn't want to be quarantined for 14 days in Chicago. We had a flight at 2:35 heading to Atlanta, Georgia from the GTR airport in Columbus, Mississippi. Georgia would be our first stop before our final destination. My team. Love you too. Get out. Before we left, we talked to my big cousin for a good minute, and then it was time to head to our first flight. Due to the rules and regulations during this time, they only allowed 10 people on the plane at a time. We ended up not receiving any complimentary snacks due to the short time we were on the flight. Also, please enjoy this guy taking a selfie before boarding the flight. So because the CDC standards, they have most people spread it apart. My grandmother is right behind me. And now we're about to go to Atlanta. That's our first stop, and we have a 3-hour layover in Atlanta. I don't know if you guys can hear me over all this noise, but yeah, so I'm at the window seat and got my neck pillow, and I'm ready to fly. We have a 1-hour flight.
At this time, please take your seat, fasten your seatbelt, stay checked out on your items, and ensure your arm is lowered. My name is Michaela. It's my pleasure to serve as your flight attendant on today's flight. Before we depart, please direct your attention to the front part of the cabin.
So my favorite part about flying has always been the clouds and how the land looks below. I've always loved flying ever since I started flying alone, about my freshman year of high school. Okay, funny story. While I was on the plane, a bee appeared out of nowhere in my window of all windows he could have went to. But hey, it was cool. I slapped myself in the face and the flight attendant looked at me like I was crazy or something. So yeah, there was that. And here's me changing my seats because I was scared.
4:32 p.m. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and carry your items belt to your traffic purpose and the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign. Please be careful and open the overhead bin to avoid injuries from items that may be during flight. Feel free to use the overhead lights to have anything you bought on board. Your satisfaction is also important to us. In the next several days' time, you may receive an email survey from Delta asking you to rate your travel experience. We value your feedback. Please take a few moments to let us know how we're doing. Thank you and look forward to hearing from you. Visit Delta.com for all of your future travel needs, including checking in for a flight and managing your time out account. On behalf of Delta, thank you for sharing your journey with us. It's been a joy to have you on board today. Hope to see you again. Have a wonderful afternoon.
So boom, we eventually made it to Atlanta. Everybody had their mask on, which made me very proud and happy. Eventually, we got situated and patiently waited for 3 hours for our next flight to Chicago. So now we're going on flight number 2 to Chicago. Are you excited, Granny? Okay, we're on the plane, and this is my first time being on the plane with the TV on it. Take off in a little bit, but on the thing, it says approximately 2 hours and 30 minutes until we get to Chicago.
Touching our eyes, nose, and mouth, and covering our cough or sneeze with a tissue or into our arm. For more information, please visit the website below. Having you on board is a privilege we work to earn every day in good times and especially during these challenging times. Today and always, we appreciate you choosing to fly with us. We could not be prouder to serve you.
After all the introductions, we were off and on our way to my hometown, Chicago, Illinois. On the flight, they gave us small complimentary snack bags, which also contains hand sanitizer on the inside, which was very much appreciated. We eventually arrived at the airport at about 9 p.m. The only downside I experienced from this trip was the lack of social distancing enforced in Mississippi and Atlanta's airport, putting my suitcase on the next flight for the next day to Chicago. Other than that, the day was pretty decent for me. After a long day of flying, I decided to treat myself to White Castle, one of my favorite restaurants, which lifted my mood. The next day, I received an email stating that my suitcase arrived at O'Hare Airport.
Okay, you go. Thank you, lady.
Thank you.
Have a good one. You got it?
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, have a good one.
You too.
About an hour, a man delivered my suitcase to the front door, and I came down with the quickness to get my stuff because they had me messed up. So, Atlanta Airport, please kiss my ass. What's good, YouTube? I'm back and I'm in Chicago. So, a little bit of complications. My suitcase was left in Atlanta, but I got it back this morning. As I've mentioned before, I got an email this morning saying that my suitcase arrived at O'Hare and somebody delivered it to the door, like you seen in the last clip. So, in exchange for them misplacing my suitcase, they gave me a little care package, and inside of there it had deodorant, lip balm and moisturizer, a razor, shaving cream, floss and cotton swabs, a brush and a comb, toothbrush and toothpaste inside. So that was real nice of them. I didn't have to go without having clothes for a long time, so that's good. So yeah, that's the end of this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And check out my last video and stay tuned for the next one. See you guys on the next video.